how to invest $1,000 as a beginner. You may be thinking that $1,000 isn't enough to dip your toes into investing, or that you've missed the boat because all the good opportunities are gone. But guess what? That kind of thinking is what's keeping you stuck, okay? So let's toss that old belief out that you need the big bucks to make it in the investing game. That's a total lie. Today, we're flipping that script, because whether you have $1,000 or $100, it's all about making smart decisions, not the size of your wallet. So get ready, because I'm about to show you exactly how to make that $1,000 work for you as a beginner in 2024. And it all boils down to 4 simple rules. Now, let's take a little trip back in time, shall we? Imagine you had a time machine that whisked you back to 1980. I know, that's a long time ago. And on top of that, you had $1,000 to invest. Where would you put that money? Let's drive home this point with a real life example. Someone who invested $1,000 in Apple back in 1980, back then, $1,000 would have got about 45 shares of Apple's IPO at $22 a share. Now, fast forward to today, taking into account stock splits, you'd actually be sitting on a whopping 10,080 shares with an initial cost of just 10 cents per share. Now, with Apple's stock trading at around 176 bucks, that's a jaw-dropping 176,000% return. Yeah, you heard that right. That humble $1,000 invested from 1980 would be worth over $1.5 million today. And wait though, there's more. Apple has been dishing out dividends since '87. So if you held on to those shares and never sold a single one, you'd have pocketed an extra $155,000 in dividend payment. Even now, you'd be raking in a little over $9,000 a year in dividends.
Oh my God! Wow!
That's 9 times the initial investment back in 1980. And that goes straight into your pocket, year after year after year. That's what I call a sweet deal. All right, let's talk about rule number 1, starting with a clear goal. This is like plotting your course before you set sail. You've got to know where you're headed. So first things first, setting clear investment goals is key, especially for beginners. It's the same thing Michael Gerber talks about in the E-Myth. He emphasizes start with the end in mind. Without a clear goal, it's like wandering around in the sea. You'll get nowhere fast. Having that goal, it gives you a purpose and a direction. So here's what's truly important. You'll need to learn to balance ambition with practicality. Dreaming big is awesome. Go for it. However, if your goals are totally out of reach, you're setting yourself up for failure. Instead, break that goal down into achievable, bite-sized milestones. Think of them like little checkpoints along the way to your big goal. Now let's talk about that first step. A lot of people get stuck in the planning phase, but progress only happens when you start moving. It's like a boat that's stuck at the dock. Sure, you can plan your route all day long, but until you set sail, you're not going anywhere. So your initial goal, it doesn't have to be super fancy, especially if you're just starting. So whether it's saving 10,000, 100,000, or even $1 million, the important thing is to start. Every milestone you hit will bring you closer to your ultimate target. And along the way, you'll learn tons and be able to adjust your plans as needed. So remember, investing is all about taking that first step, learning as you go, and sticking with it. Don't get too caught up in the planning every detail out thing. Trust yourself, embrace the journey, and before you know it, you'll be well on your way to financial success. Rule 2, understanding your risk tolerance. This one's all about knowing yourself and how much risk you're comfortable with when it comes to investing. So what exactly is risk tolerance? It's basically your ability to handle the ups and downs of the market without losing your ever-loving mind. Okay? Understanding this is super important because it helps you choose investments that match your comfort level, keeping you calm even when things get a little bumpy or a hell of a lot bumpy. Okay, let's be real. Now here's a cool way to figure out your risk tolerance. Start by imagining 2 numbers. The big number, which is your ultimate financial goal, and the practical number, which is a smaller goal that you can achieve from where you are right now. So first, Write down that big number, even if it seems kind of crazy and huge. If your palms are sweaty, it's a good thing, okay? Now this helps you get clear on your goals, on what you're aiming for. But here's the thing, once you've written it down, set it aside, okay? Don't focus too much on that big goal because it can make you feel overwhelmed and you'll get frozen. Next, think about a practical number. All right, this should be a bit beyond where you are financially and still achievable and doable. So let's say you've got $1,000 to invest and you dream of having $1 million. That's a big gap. Your practical goal might be something like reaching 5K, okay? 5,000, you can see it, you can taste it, you're not there yet. So setting this practical number gives you something tangible to work towards. And as you hit each milestone, you can adjust and set new goals. It's your journey, you set the rules. It's all about taking those small steps to expand your comfort zone over time. So remember, your risk tolerance isn't set in stone. It can change as you gain more experience and as your financial situation evolves. By using this approach, you'll be better equipped to make smart investment decisions that align with your goals and capabilities. All right, let's talk about rule number 3. Invest in what you understand. This one's all about taking charge of your investment decisions and making sure you actually know what you're getting into. Now, let me be clear. Investing in what you understand is not about being a genius in finance, okay? It's simply about being responsible with your money. That means knowing the basics of where you're putting your cash, like how the investment makes money, how long you'll have to wait to see returns, and any fees that are involved. I've been there. Okay, trust me. I once jumped into investing into mutual funds without really understanding what all those fees were about. And when I finally wrapped my head around it, I took control and I moved my money to things I could understand and wrap my mind around. Investing in what you understand puts you in the driver's seat. Instead of chasing after flashy investments or complicated schemes, i.e., shit that makes you lose money, stick to things where you know the score. Take ETFs linked to the stock market, for example. They're straightforward, and you can easily grasp how they work and what the risks are. Like with the S&P 500, understanding how the economy ticks and what fees you're dealing with. That's the name of the game with ETFs. By sticking to this principle, you really avoid investments that might seem tempting, but you could end up losing your money in the long run and really regretting it. Now, when it comes to figuring out your risk tolerance, that's a very personal journey, especially if you're just starting out. See, some folks are cool with taking big risks, while others play it safe. One isn't better than the other or right or wrong. What's the best way to find out where you stand? Get your feet wet. Take action, put some money in the market, and see how you handle the ups and downs. Learning from your own experiences and picking up tips from others can really help you understand what risks you're comfortable with. At the end of the day, investing in what you understand is about being smart and avoiding things that don't match up with your knowledge and your goals. Whether you're getting advice or doing your own research, it's all about seeking wisdom from people who've been around the block. Okay? Not your cool Uncle Jimmy who's broke all the time. Not falling for quick fixes you see plastered all over social media. So rule number 4, baby, consider investment timelines. This one's all about understanding how time frames shape your investment game plan. First off, knowing your investment timeline is the key to getting your strategy right. It's all about acknowledging how long you're planning to hold your investments for and what you want to achieve in that time frame. Whether you're gunning for quick wins or aiming to build long-term wealth, your timeline guides your approach. And do not forget about your investment horizon. That's a fancy term for how far down the road you're planning to cash out, all right? That's when you go, show me the money. Whether you're eyeing that cash in 5, 10, or even 30 years, it shapes how urgently you need to act and what strategies make the most sense. Even if you're starting small with $1,000 or even $100, it's a step forward on your investment journey, no matter your age, and it is something worth celebrating. Now, here's the thing. The best investment you can make, it's in yourself. Whether you're hitting the books, working on personal growth, or even taking care of your mental health, investing in you sets you up for success down the road. It's not just about the money, it's about building skills and resilience that'll pay off big time in the long run. To sum it up, knowing your investment timeline and risk tolerance is crucial. Guys, it's crucial for crafting a solid investment plan. Dive into the market, learn from your experiences, and don't forget to invest in yourself along the way. With the right mindset and strategy, you'll be well on your way to financial success and resilience. You don't need to do the most when you start your first investment. Just pay attention to the 4 rules mentioned here. Like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more helpful tips on how you can enjoy your wealth in abundance. Until next time, you keep living your life to the fullest. Peace.